So I'm going to address these two sets of notes all at the same time. When you receive this, they will be named Part 3 and Part 4. I made some adjustments, but I'm going to talk about both of these in the same video, which will be linked down here. So what we've got in this case, everyone, and I'll make this larger so that we can sort of see it better, is sort of a flow chart to help you decide which formula to use given a certain situation. And so if the value of something is going up, we need to decide, is it a one lump sum thing or is it periodic payments? If it's one lump sum, it's going to grow by compound interest. If it's periodic payments and the value is going up, it's going to be the future value of an annuity. And again, for the purpose of our course, I did discuss with you that there is such a thing as an annuity due that is paid at the beginning, but we are just going to handle everything as being an ordinary annuity to keep our number of formulas more manageable. Today we're talking about the value going down, and there is one lump sum in the account when this starts to happen, and we are making withdrawals at the end of the time period or the beginning of the time period. If it was the beginning, it would be the present value of an annuity due. We're only going to again talk about present value of an ordinary annuity just to keep our formulas so we don't have so many of them floating around. So if the value is going down and there are periodic payments coming out, it's going to be present value of ordinary annuity. If the value is going up and there are periodic payments being made into the account, it's going to be future value of ordinary annuity. And if it's one lump sum, it's going to be compound interest. So let's move on to what you will see as being Schlegel Notes Part 4. Again, I have adjusted my little presentation here since I made that. Present value of ordinary, present value of an annuity due. Why do we care? And how is this helpful to us? So let's run through an example that we should be familiar with from the Schlegel experiment. At an interest rate of 7.87%, the bank rate calculator estimates that I'll retire with about $2.2 million in my personal retirement account. That means that I will have 22 years worth of income if I withdraw $100,000 from the account each year, right? Because if 100,000 times 22 makes 2.2 million. So that would be if I just, again, take out 100,000 every month. The answer is no. I would not have 22 years worth of income. I would have 26 years worth of income. And we're going to draw an example, another one, in addition to our already great examples that we have over here from the previous thing that we did. And I don't need that, I need an eraser. So thinking about this, everyone, what's going to happen, and I'm going to sort of sketch a couple of these at the same time together. Again, what's been happening to my money over time. Here's young Schlegel. I've been making payments into the account. They've been growing. I've been making payments into the account. It's been growing. Payment in grows. Payment in grows. Payment in grows. Payment in grows. We get to the place where it's time to retire. And all of a sudden now this stops making my money a lump sum. Because now I'm no longer making payments to the account. And so if I didn't take any money out, this fund right here would continue to grow through compound interest and do its thing. I'm not going to be in a position to do that, I think. I think I'm going to have to withdraw from my retirement account. And so this would be a future value of ordinary annuity as it's growing over here, everyone. Then as soon as I start making withdrawals from the account, again, I make a withdrawal and it's going to grow a little bit. What's left, I make a withdrawal and it's going to grow a little bit. What's left, I make a withdrawal. What's left will grow. I make a withdrawal. What's left will grow. I make a withdrawal. What's left will grow. I'm repeating myself a bunch here, everyone. And so this is going to be a present value of ordinary annuity now, because now I have gone from putting payments into the account with the value going up to I am taking payments out of the account and the value is going to be going down. Again, unless I'm making so much money in interest that it is more than the amount that I'm taking out, which is probably not going to happen. And so I'm going to pull up the bank rate calculator. and show you what that would look like on there. So you can see here, everyone, that all the details here are the same as they were when I did the Schlegel experiment. And for the purposes of this, I have not included Social Security. And I'll show you what happens if I do include Social Security. So right now, this is saying that I would retire with 1.9 million. Let me adjust that interest rate to be I think it was 7.83 is what I had in my presentation. 7.87, I just checked. 7.87 to make it do what I want it to do. So there we go. It says that I'm going to run out of retirement at age 91. That's interesting. Let me change that number again. At age 90. Let's go ahead and roll with that. So instead of running out 22 years later, that would be 87. Now it's saying if I am able to get that interest rate, I would have money until I'm 90, which is pretty awesome. So again, everyone, if I end up with a total of 2.1 million, let's go ahead and put the 7.87 back in there. So I get my 2.2 million there. If I have 2.2 million when I retire and I take $100,000 out each year, that would mean that I would only have 22 years worth of income, again, because 2.2 million divided by 100,000 is 22. You can't see it on here, but what's happening is exactly what's happening in my drawing over here, that the value is going down and then it's gaining. I'm taking money out and then what's left grows. I'm taking money out and what's left grows. It just shows up here as a curve. But again, you can see that 22 years later, after 65, would put me with no money right here at 87. And I would have 4 more years, or basically $400,000 more, by leaving it in here and letting it continue to letting the amount that is left after each payment that I take out gain interest. And so even in retirement, my retirement account is not going to stop growing. My retirement account, it looks like, is going to make me about $400,000 beyond what I have when I retire if I leave the money in this account. Because again, what happens is I take out a small amount as the payment, and whatever is left grows by compound interest and gets bigger, which makes the money last much longer. Just for purposes of being interested, I'm going to click Include Social Security. And if I do that, everyone, it looks like I'll be able to take out $100,000 a year. And if I was to die at 95, there would still be $1.2 million in the account. That is pretty awesome.